Welcome to Thoroughbred Action at Gulfstream Park. Brian Nadeau with you as we wrap up a 4-day race week, a holiday week here at Gulfstream Park on a beautiful Sunday. We've got the Bob Humphrey feature today. We'll turn it over to track announcer Pete Aiello for the course and the weather conditions.
Racing at Gulfstream. Awkward start for Den Street at the back. Quick break for Where's Hunter, who's headed off for the early advantage. Moving to him is Astro Weeks, splitting horses and on to challenge Wadada as they link up with the main course. With the advantage, it's Where's Hunter, taken on by Astro Weeks on the outside. Wadada is next. Meccano's toward the rail. Epic Run is mid-flight for Jesus Rios, working ahead of Anything But Subtle. Out in the center is Catching Magic. Saving ground is Pippa Delinda. Race favorites in the blue colors, about 6 lengths behind. Then it's a length and a half back to the fence, and Silver Matte together with Sir Bites a Lot. Out the back early, the early trailer is Den Street, who was poorly away. They have 4.5 furlongs to race, and jockey Leonel Reyes sends Meccano clear to lead a half a length. From the outside, second is Astro Weeks, patiently handled third, Where's Hunter. Racing up between horses in Epic Run, getting started at the rail, Pippa Delinda, wide and losing ground, Anything But Subtle, a gap of 2 to Catching Magic, then back at the rail to Sir Bites a Lot as they round the far turn. Up on the outside, Astro Weeks toward the rail, Meccano, they continue to spar. From third, that's Pippa Delinda, from fourth, Epic Run, starting to launch a bid now on the outside. They run to the top of the stretch, and the leader is Astro Weeks by a length and a half. Epic Run, driven hard to get on term second. Meccano and Pippa Delinda are next. Den Street is underway from last, and they're at the top of the stretch. Jockey Edgar Perez and Astro Weeks, 3/16 from home, but Epic Run is continuing to grind home on the outside. Meccano is next, running home from the back and Catching Magic. Final 16th of a mile, Astro Weeks driven out. Astro Weeks is clear with no dangers. Astro Weeks is in front. Epic Run is second, Pippa Delinda third, Den Street was fourth, and then Catching Magic. They're at the post. And they're off. Bobbling at the break was Awesome Flay. Kohaku and toward the rail, Sir Outlaw both begin well in between horses. Awesome Flay is on the go. The 3 favorites 1, 2, 3 with half a mile to race. They've opened 6 on Armor Piercing, and Rockland Express is last of all as they round the far turn. With rail position and the lead, Sir Outlaw in front to half a length. Awesome Flay is second. Kohaku 3 wide and on to challenge. These 3 continue to spar, 6 ahead of Armor Piercing and Rockland Express at the back. Past the 5/16, from between horses, Awesome Flay, 3 wide Kohaku, at the rail, Sir Outlaw. They continue to do battle here. Nobody has given an inch yet with a quarter of a mile remaining. Toward the inside, Sir Outlaw with that valuable inside position has the lead. Awesome Flay runs at him on the outside second. Kohaku is third with 2 lengths to make up. Less than an eighth of a mile to go. Toward the inside, it's still Sir Outlaw, taken on and passed now by Awesome Flay. Awesome Flay hits the front late. Kohaku is second. Awesome Flay hanging on. Kohaku rallies for second, Sir Outlaw third, and Rockland Express ran fourth.
As an owner, I love the Breeders' Cup winning your series.
To win one of these Challenge Series,
is a way that we kind of map out our schedule throughout the year with our horses.
So if we're considering two different races and one was a win and you're in and one was a not, then I think that would be the tiebreaker for us.
Automatic berth takes a lot of pressure off.
Breeders' Cup Challenge, win, and you're in.
And they're off. Level beginning. Soon after the start, Majority Rules was put into play to try to work over. Toward the inside, that's Solar Tap with foot, headstrong between Golden Indy. Cadet Corps in the pink and black silks is marching forward, and at the rail, Sonic Kitten. Held up between runners is Love Me Archie, then Savage Sailor, and the gray Bye Bye David is last of all as they charge around the first turn. Majority Rules on the outside, Solar Tap on the rail, their heads apart. Golden Indy has been fighting the rating throughout. He's still headstrong while third behind the speed. Out wide in Cadet Corps, fourth, two better than Love Me Archie. Then it's Sonic Kitten, a length and a half in front of Bye Bye David, and now the trailer is Savage Sailor. They're paired off as they head down the backstretch with Solar Tap in front by a neck. Up alongside Majority Rules is second. Still third is Golden Indy. Fourth, Cadet Corps. A gap of another three. That's Love Me Archie outside of Sonic Kitten. Then Bye Bye David and Savage Sailor is last. They have half a mile to race. It's Solar Tap in front. Majority Rules takes another try at him on the outside. Both waiting in the wings is Golden Indy and Cadet Corps. They're third and fourth. Now Cadet Corps on the go for Edgar Perez. Three wide and on the attack. A gap of two to Love Me Archie, then Sonic Kitten and Bye Bye David as they round the far turn. Majority Rules has won the battle with Solar Tap. Still right with him on the outside, Cadet Corps driven fourth, Golden Indy. A gap of four to Bye Bye David, who finds his best stride and comes on next. 3/4, 113 flat. They're at the top of the stretch. Majority Rules has the lead and tries to get away. Ducking back to the inside, Cadet Corps. Golden Indy is next with Solar Tap. Jose Morelos and Majority Rules driven out. They're working hard. They're still in front. Toward the inside, Cadet Corps starts to gain some ground. Cadet Corps getting to Majority Rules close to home. Cadet Corps is surging forward. Cadet Corps is in time. Majority Rules was second, well clear of Golden Indy third, then Sonic Kitten and Bye Bye David. And they're off. Double Cosmo Girl, quick off the blocks. L.E. Gray and first-timer Boston Princess on the go early. Boston Princess to the top. L.E. Gray is second, and Usurped gets away racing in third. Tis Impressive is up on the outside, then Double Cosmo Girl and Gurley the Butcher, and dropping to last is Pretty Keen. Around the first turn they go. Boston Princess settles into a nice rhythm on the front end and leads by a length and a half. L.E. Gray is the nearest pursuer second. Gurley the Butcher splits horses alongside Tis Impressive. At the rail it's Usurped. Second last is Pretty Keen, and shuffled to the back is Double Cosmo Girl. The opening quarter was a controlled one to Boston Princess. Boston Princess 5 furlongs from home and on top by a length. L.E. Gray in the tracking position second. Race favorite Tis Impressive is on the far outside from between horses in Gurley the Butcher. Morelos on Pretty Keen. He's watching Jaramillo on Tis Impressive and following her into contention. And the trailer is Double Cosmo Girl. They make their way to the far turn with less than half a mile to run. Boston Princess in her career unveiling. She has the lead but starts to quicken up from L.E. Gray. And then it's a length and a half to Tis Impressive, given the green light but not long making any ground yet. That'll send a four-wide run for Pretty Keen. Gurley the Butcher's between horses. Usurped is along the rail as they run to the top of the stretch. L.E. Gray on the outside sticks a neck in front. Boston Princess tries to cling to her second. 2.5 to Tis Impressive together with Pretty Keen, and they're at the top of the stretch. It's by L.E. Gray on the outside, surging forward to take the lead. L.E. Gray with 1/8 of a mile remaining on top 2.5. Tis Impressive, Boston Princess, and Pretty Keen are next. Final 1/16 of a mile. L.E. Gray finding plenty. L.E. Gray on the board at 10-1, and she'll win it, clearing off by 2 in the end. Tis Impressive was second. Boston Princess is in a show photo that I'm sure she wins over Double Cosmo Girl, who's a charging fourth in 1:43 and 2. Good start for Parkland, who's headed off for the early lead. Mr. Matuchek moving to him in between horses. He's a Kitten. Poppy's Boys is at the rail and on hold. The early trailer is Go Mike in the charge to the first turn. 3 wide, Mr. Matuchek from the rail. Parkland in between them and backing off is He's a Kitten. He's now third. Fourth at the rail and Poppy's Boys, and fifth and last is Go Mike as they charge around the first turn. Up on the outside, Mr. Matuchek, and toward the rail, it's Parkland. Their heads apart. Racing in third in a great spot as He's a Kitten at a big price. 2 back to Poppy's Boys. Still out the back, the trailer is Go Mike. That's the 5 of them as they head 5 furlongs from home. It's Parkland on the inside and Mr. Matuchek on the outside. They're still heads apart. Still a good trip for He's a Kitten. There's really been no change in the plot here. Outside in Go Mike, inside in Poppy's Boys as they head into the half-mile point. Here's half a mile to run in the race. Parkland on the inside, Mr. Matuchek on the outside. Still heads apart, still third, and still on hold as He's a Kitten. Poppy's Boys and Go Mike are next. Into the far turn at the 3 furlong grounds. Now the pace picks up. From the outside, Mr. Matuchek puts a neck in front. Parkland is right back at him, and 3 wide, here's He's a Kitten. He's a Kitten had the box seat to the leaders, and he's on the go now. These 3 across the course, 6 ahead of Go Mike, and Poppy's Boys just was not interested today. He's not firing at all as they run to the top of the stretch. Still 3 chances here as they straighten for the drive. Parkland on the rail. Mr. Matuchek is next, and He's a Kitten trying to parlay that good trip. He's down the center, but he's not by Parkland yet. Final 16th of a mile. Parkland on the inside. Outside, and He's a Kitten. Parkland's digging in, and Parkland is still in front. Parkland would not be denied. He's a Kitten was second. Mr. Matuchek third, and fourth was Go Mike. By 3, by 4, and moving away. And they're off. Royal Squeeze and Unpublished, the 2 stablemates were both away quickly, splitting them. Ask for Bodie won't be far away. Double Tough Tiger ridden between horses and Catching Fish along the rail. Then it's a gap of 3 to Wicked Temptations together with Uncaptured King. Out the back is Zonic as they make their way to the half-mile point. With the advantage, it's Unpublished and jockey Edgar Zayas on top, and on top by almost 2. Ask for Bodie is second. Toward the outside, Royal Squeeze is now third. Double Tough Tiger together with Catching Fish. Another 2 to Wicked Temptations racing together with Uncaptured King, and still outkicked is Zonic. They make their way around the far turn run. They went 23 seconds for the opening quarter speed. With the advantage, it's still Unpublished, taken on by Ask for Bodie. The old pro, 3 wide Royal Squeeze. A gap of another 3, dropping back Double Tough Tiger, Wicked Temptations, and Uncaptured King are next as they run to the top of the stretch. Up front, here's the big move from Royal Squeeze up to take over the lead. Ask for Bodie and Unpublished all in, trying to cling to him. Trying to run home from the back is Uncaptured King. Now there's less than an eighth of a mile to go. And Royal Squeeze driven out by Meneses. He's clear and finding by 3. Here's Catching Fish at a nice price to try to get into second. Double Tough Tiger back running again. He has a chance for a minor placing, but it's Royal Squeeze in front. Royal Squeeze to win it by a length and a half. Catching Fish second, Double Tough Tiger third, Wicked Temptation finish fourth. Slow to start was Space Runner. Good start at the rail for Grand David, who's headed off for the yearly lead. Up to second goes Trust Daddy, and away in third is Always Gambling. They go two better than Starship Abraham, who's now fourth, saving ground at the rail in Silent Chaos. Then Father Glado, second last is Treasure King, and the trailer is Space Runner. Around the first turn they go. Misael Jaramillo trying to harness the speed of Grand David, who's clear a length and a quarter. Trust Daddy is second. Starship Abraham just ran into third. At the rail, that's Silent Chaos, who's now fourth. Up to the outside, Always Gambling. A stronghold does Zayas on the race favorite Treasure King from between horses. Then Father Glado, who's out a bit wide on the course. The trailer is Space Runner. 24 and 3 for the opening quarter. Down the backstretch they go. Grand David into a nice rhythm on the front. He leads by 2 over Trust Daddy in second. In the orange, it's Starship Abraham, who's down at the inside. Outside and Always Gambling, held up between horses Treasure King. At the rail, it's Silent Chaos, then Father Glado, and at the back, Space Runner. They make their way half a mile from the finish. They are leaving Grand David alone a long time. He leads now by 2.5. Trust Daddy second. Always Gambling gets the green light to go on. Zayas looks like he wants to follow him on the favorite Treasure King. Father Glado is parked 4 wide. Starship Abraham stays put at the fence as they run to the top of the stretch. Grand David repels the initial challenge from Always Gambling. He's got him stretched out behind him. Always Gambling takes another run at him from the outside. Here's the move coming from a Space Runner on the far outside as Grand David tries to seal the deal. There's an eighth of a mile to go with Grand David not home yet. On the outside, Always Gambling is a persistent foe and gaining a little bit of ground, but he's shifting ground too as Grand David is still in front. Always Gambling back to second. Grand David goes gate to wire. Always Gambling second. Space Runner was third. Father Glado fourth. Then Trust Daddy. All set. And they're off. Check back a touch there was the favorite Anna's Dream. She's in tight for Racing Room. Down at the rail, Chasing Happiness is sent forward with Sea Art. Their heads apart. Now up to third goes Night Sleeper with Demurely next. Now in the clear after lacking room early, Anna's Dream is rushing forward, and on the outside it's Beyond Magic. So the three favorites are first, second, and third at the half-mile grounds, but Chasing Happiness has inside position and a narrow lead. Anna's Dream on the outside, second. Sea Art is back to third. Beyond Magic sent on with the task from fourth. Back to fifth, and Night Sleeper. The trailer is Demurely. Around the far turn, less than 3 furlongs to go, and Anna's Dream has now made the lead. Up on the outside, Beyond Magic, surging forward with Sea Art looking to secure Racing Room. Sea Art had to tap on the brakes. Jaramillo has to wait and go around. Underway from the back is Demurely. Chasing Happiness is backpedaled some with a quarter of a mile left to go. Still plenty of chances here. Anna's Dream has the lead. Sea Art tries to fire through at the fence. Down the center and Beyond Magic with an upset possibility. In fact, Beyond Magic not only has a possibility, it's a likely outcome here as Beyond Magic is 8-1 and Beyond Magic is in front. Sea Art is second, third is Anna's Dream, fourth is Demurely, then Chasing Happiness. And they're off. She's second in the two-path. Ground on her inside. Race. A quarter of a mile to go, and he's 6 on top. It's last of the 12 as they roll into the backstretch.
Strategic speed. Some speed at 2, but can carry it on through their later careers.
Improbable, full of run.
Improbable, now a Grade 1 winner.
It is a complete runaway, an authoritative run.
It's Improbable to win the Whitney.
And they're off in the Bob Humphrey sprint. From the fence, Warriors Pride comes out firing and beats Tape to Tape to the lead with Yes I Am Free away in early third. Outside fourth and chasing Artie from between horses. That's Capture the Time. The Virginian is at the rail. For Survivor is next, and last of all is Omaha City. Half a mile from the finish, Leonel Reyes using that quick first gear to get Warriors Pride 3 on top. Tape to Tape is second, taking up the slack nicely is chasing Artie. He's up into third. The Virginian is back to fourth. Yes I Am Free given the green light, but he's losing ground. Outside in fourth, Survivor, then back at the rail to Capture the Time. At the back of the field is Omaha City, and at the front of the field is Warriors Pride, but he has company. Here comes chasing Artie, 3 wide and on a move. Tape to Tape from between horses. Off cover and into the clear is the Virginian with 3/16 to go. Chasing Artie, driven up on the outside to challenge for control. Warriors Pride is very game. The Virginian is surging forward. Final 16th of a mile. Chasing Artie has the lead. The Virginian runs at him on the outside. Chasing Artie digs in and hangs on. Second, the Virginian. Third, Tape to Tape in the Bob Humphrey sprint. Away. Race favorite Hard Spun Woman was last to start. Quick to break was Nicolino working over to the fence already from the rail. That's Callie Devine. On the far outside, Semiramis has speed. Hurry Up Deer into the top flight with our 10 Angels and now bulling through horses. And On the Go as pretty as a penny as they charge around the first turn. Hard Spun Woman is next, followed by Miss Keen third last. Second last, She Sky High, and the trailer is Your Inheritance. They chase long shot Nicolino to the backstretch. Nicolino, a length and a half. Callie Devine second, pretty as a penny together with our 10 Angels third and fourth. Marcos Meneses moves Hurry Up Deer to the rail to race from fifth now. Then Semiramis back to the outside and Miss Keen ahead of Hard Spun Woman. Still paired off at the back, Your Inheritance and She's Sky High. Separated by 7.5 lengths through the opening quarter mile in 24 and 4. They're half a mile from home, and Nicolino has the lead. From the back, Hard Spun Woman begins her move. She just passed 3 rivals and is up into fourth now. Getting started wide on the course, Miss Keen is underway as they swing around that far turn. Nicolino has the lead. Hard Spun Woman continues to make ground. She's up into third. Callie Devine is next. Semiramis and Miss Keen, they have a shot from there. Your Inheritance is now coming on for Panici. Plenty of chances here. They stack and pack, but the rail got left open, and Edwin G says thanks very much as Hard Spun Woman is on to take over. Callie Devine tries to cling to her down the center, and Miss Keen from between horses and Semiramis. There's an eighth of a mile to go. Semiramis tries to reach Hard Spun Woman. Miss Keen over the top. These three have kicked on well clear of Hurry Up Deer. Final 16th of a mile. It's still Hard Spun Woman digging in. Semiramis not by yet. Hurry Up Deer's up to third. Hard Spun Woman holding on to win it with her head cocked sideways, and she still did it well from Semiramis second and Hurry Up Deer third.
And that's a wrap on the 10-race Sunday card as we close down a 4-day race week. We've got the Freedom Fest tomorrow. If you want to stop out, July 4th, Freedom Fest here at Gulfstream Park. We'll be back with you on Friday for live racing. We've got 9 races, that Twilight 255 post.